How are we doing? Paul Bradley here. I'm going to walk you through how you can lose 10 pounds of fat in 29 days as quickly and sustainably as possible. And that's the most important word out of all this, sustainably, because anyone can go ahead and cut their calories drastically down, get on one of these juice diets and just lose their marbles for a month and drop a load of weight. But then what happens after that month? So what I do with my coaching is set you up to win in the short term. So you see some good changes and you build that confidence and motivation. We've got to have a plan in place afterwards, right? You've got to be able to see yourself doing your new fitness regime a year from now. That's how you're going to get the results and keep the results and actually turn this into a lifestyle, because the majority of men that I speak with, they actually want to make a lifestyle change. They want to make sure that they can make fitness something ingrained, really so they can stop the cycle of stopping and starting, because it's frustrating. And really because at the end of the day, you owe it to yourself to perform at your best. Okay, whether it's at work, at home, you want to make sure that you have a great career. You want to make sure your family life is fantastic. You've got the energy to keep up with the kids. You've got the focus and productivity to make progress in the business place arena. So let's crack on and get into this mini training with you. So I'm going to walk you through some steps here. Now, these steps, they're not rocket science. A lot of this stuff isn't rocket science. I think a lot of people know what they've got to do, but they have a trouble executing it. So we're going to walk through some basic, simple steps that you can take action on kind of straight away. Number one, walk to 10 to 15K steps a day. So you've got to remember that when it comes to fat loss, it's all about how much calories you can burn. So if you're burning more calories than you're consuming via food, you will lose weight, you will get leaner. So getting your steps up is a fantastic way to do that, all right? If it's walking a dog in the morning, walking around the office, do whatever you've got to do. Try and hit 10K steps a day. You'll burn some calories and you'll increase your opportunity of getting lean. Now, that's not going to be enough. You are going to have some form of weight training program. The reason why weights work so well is not only does it boost testosterone, which a lot of men over 35 will notice their testosterone levels end up decreasing, which is not a good thing, not good for libido, not good for body fat, not good for focus and energy. So weight training is fantastic for getting a stronger, for getting a lean, defined body, for boosting our testosterone, and just adds good quality years onto our life. Right, that's super important as well. So having a simple upper body day and a lower body day, repeating it 3-4 times a week is a great starting point. If you don't have access to weights, then body weight stuff is a good starting point as well. Track your nutrition and your progress. Now, one thing I get all my clients to do is actually track what they're doing nutritionally and progress-wise, because if you can't manage it, how can you measure it? If you can't measure it, how can you manage it? So we don't want to piss in the wind here. We want to make sure we've got tactical steps that we're following, so there's no guesswork. We want to take out all the guesswork. It can be a bit of a pain in the arse to start with, but once you get over the short learning curve, it takes less than 5 minutes a day, and this is the difference what I've seen between guys getting okay results and getting awesome results. One of my biggest tips here is to actually save calories for later in the day. Personally, for me, I'm not someone that's that hungry in the morning time. So I don't feel the need to sort of force food down myself or eat for the sake of eating. I do notice I get hungry later in the day. I do notice I get cravings. After that 7 p.m, I sort of want cravings. So if I eat more food around that time, it usually keeps my cravings at bay. So save calories for later in the day. Eat a bit lighter during the day, and you can have extra calories during the evening time. But the key thing here is you've got to know how many calories you should be eating each day. Otherwise, you end up pissing in the wind. So figuring out how many calories you should be eating a day is important to do. I need you to plan better. Now, one of the things that a lot of guys do is they're very successful at work, but they're not very successful when it comes to their fitness. They struggle with it. So let's take what makes you good at your job and bring it into fitness. So a thing here what I talk about is scheduling workouts like you would do meetings. I was actually on a call with a guy yesterday, and he's a business owner, and he says he really struggles before work and after work. He's so busy with the kids, etc. But you can have a bit of flexibility during the day. So I said to him, look, just simply like you've scheduled your call with me today, like you schedule meetings, schedule that for a workout. Get an hour. It could be a lunch break if you want, wherever it might be. Again, it could be something which you do before work anyway. It's just that it doesn't matter. Put it in your diary and schedule it. So whatever time you need to do your workout, you get it done. You turn up to your workouts like you would do an important meeting. If you're eating out, take time to actually think about what you're going to eat. Some people go to a restaurant, open a menu, go, oh, it looks good, and they could maybe copy what other people do. They don't have a plan. You know that maybe having like a steak or a chicken or a simple meat or fish with vegetables, that's the better option. Think about it, plan it, execute it. Obviously, boozing, is a thing that holds a lot of people back in career-driven roles because stress, because social aspects. If you can cut the booze for 30 days, right, it's going to have a massive impact on your energy because you'll be sleeping better. Okay, some people booze because they're stressed out, they can't sleep, so they drink, so it gets a good night's sleep. But the quality of sleep you get is absolutely poor. It's not great at all. So just test yourself. Go, right, 30 days no booze, or at least limit it to a couple of drinks a week. But if you can do 30 days no booze, you'll notice the weight's going to come off you as well if you're someone that's drinking at the moment. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is not rocket science, but you do need to place your attention on your intentions. A lot of stuff we know this stuff already, but there's no intention, there's no attention on the intention. If you do that for 30 days, you're going to lose body fat. You're going to get leaner 100%. However, the reason why this won't work for you, and it's probably the same reason why a lot of guys stop and start, is because there's no customization here. What I'm giving you is generic advice. There's no customization. A lot of men need something that's customized and personalized for them and their lifestyle. There's a lack of real structure. You know, if you've got all this stuff going on at work, personal life, family, you need a structure in place which is bulletproof and works around your lifestyle and a direction to guide you in the right place. But the biggest thing most men don't have is accountability. All right? There's no one really to hold you to a high standard. You spend a lot of time maybe telling people what to do and keeping other people accountable, but you need to be accountable to someone. That's why some of the best athletes in the world, even they have coaches, because they need that guidance and accountability, someone that can keep you focused, keep you on track, and sometimes give you a kick up the arse if you need it to make sure you stay focused on the mission ahead. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about is how I kind of do that for my clients, briefly, using my PB3 method. Now, this method works so well because I've coached 1,000+ men. This has been battle tested, refined, modified, tweaked into a bulletproof system. And the method is quite simple. We focus on personalized training, customized training. It's all done online. We have nutrition element, which is dialed in and personalized for you. And then we have the bulletproof accountability, the PB3 method. Okay, so how we focus this is we have shred intelligence, which is basically how to train for maximum fat loss and definition while optimizing health and longevity. That's crucially important. We want you energized, we want you weaponized, we want you to be able to do this for the next 10, 20 years of your life. We want you adding good quality years onto your life as well as maximizing your time right here, right now. The metabolic accelerator. Now, this is powerful cardio methods for rapid weight loss, fitness, energy, and stamina. But remember, everything we do is with sustainability and longevity in mind. Okay, then the flexible foundation. This is the game changer because this is how you can eat the food you love without being a boring bastard and living like a hermit. A lot of guys think, oh, I've got to get on a fitness plan. I've got to eat chicken and broccoli 6 times a day. You don't need to do that. What you do need to know is, going back to the earlier point about tracking your calories and tracking your nutrition, you need to know how many calories you need to be eating each day. That's going to allow you to get the results. A lot of men don't have that information and then they end up just pissing in the wind, okay? What I teach is how you can actually eat the food you love without feeling guilty, have a social life, have a few beers here and there. You know, you can still go out and enjoy your time with friends, take the wife out on date nights and get great results. That's the key thing. That's how you're going to actually make this into a lifestyle. And this is exactly what my clients have followed. And this is the reason why we get such amazing results. All of these men at some point weren't happy with the way they looked. You know, you've got Tom here who's carrying far too much body fat, got his abs poking through. Matt the same. Ryan is a dentist. Lee, who owns his own business. The examples are endless. Okay, the one that I love is Salim here. Salim's a CEO of a big digital company and was going into meeting and conferences, didn't feel comfortable in his suit. He really wanted to look good in his suit and have a certain level of confidence and aura of respect about him, and we managed to turn that one around. But all of these guys have used this PB3 method. It works like gangbusters. And the reason it works so well is because of the personalization. This is how I spend my time as a coach, looking at my clients' work. I'm pretty much obsessed by numbers. I love data. I love looking at performance. And this is basically my app, and I can see all my clients, how they operate and how they're doing things. So the structure here is phenomenal. I can actually watch what people are doing in terms of their training. The app that I've got has got all the training laid out for you. So it's like having a personal trainer in your pocket. All the exercises come with videos. So myself is showing you how you need to do it. So a lot of people struggle with not knowing what to do in the gym. They feel like a bit of an idiot, no real plan. This eliminates all that. So you're going into the gym or training at home with real focus, working the muscles to get stronger and leaner, which is there. And the most important thing is I can actually see everything you're doing. So from a nutritional perspective, I can see the calories that you're eating. I can help you. This is my client Neil here, who lost 30 pounds in 12 weeks. You know, he's having a bacon egg bacon and egg bagel for breakfast, chili con carne for lunch. He's having a burger and meatballs there, and he's having a protein shake. So it's not boring food. Then each week I would check in, make sure my clients are on track, and make sure they're getting the results they deserve. So in a nutshell, those 6 steps, if you follow them, they will help you get to where you want to be. If you're someone's watching this and thinking, yeah, that's great, but I do need a bit of extra accountability, I do need someone to push me in the right direction, then you're more than welcome to reply back to this. We can jump on a strategy and discuss that further. Otherwise, if you've got any more questions for me, feel free to hit me back anytime.